Yo, yo, yo. How you living? How you feeling? How you doing? Alex, Brandon, Ed, back. First choice fantasy. Alex finally has a camera. We love to see it. Alex,
For now, I've had the camera. The problem has been the internet. So, we'll see.
well, it's working now. Hopefully it works the entirety of the episode and in the future. Now, today we have a couple talking points about the Washington football squad, or whatever the heck you want to call them. Dak Prescott and his brother's beautiful tweet made me giggle a little bit. And a couple players got signed or re-signed to extensions in this past couple weeks.
Derrick Henry.
The big monster.
He's a monster.
He's a monster.
That's what he is, yeah.
Literally like a tank.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have anything else to touch on before we cut to this beautiful intro?
We good.
Go for it.
We're chilling? All right, pull out some scissors, bro. Pull out some scissors. We got to do it with the scissors, Cut to it. Cut to the intro. Yeah, just like that. Ooh.
Those were hedge clippers. So.
I said, baby, I am not the one to play with. Ain't the type to give up, I'm driven and motivated. I just want some recognition and some compensation. But this ain't about the money and it ain't about the fame. I got lightning in a bottle, I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitch, it's burning now. Lightning in a bottle, I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitch, it's burning now.
We are back, and the first topic we're going to touch on in this episode is Washington. The whole football scandal, the name change, the everything that's going on over in Washington. Alex just has he's a very opinionated person. He has strong opinions, and I love having Alex on the show just because the fact that he has strong opinions while me and Brandon are practically empty. So, Alex, you can kick us off real quick.
I saved this for the video because I thought you'd appreciate it. Burn the fucking team down. Burn them down. Burn it down. Get rid of it. I'm so sick of this bullshit. They all fucking week last week they teased all this. Oh, we got this huge report coming out. Snyder could have paid off officials. They bloated it up just so when it comes up that it's just a bunch of sexual assaults. That everyone's like, oh, that's not bad. When in reality, so we're just gonna fucking gloss over this. Wow, great job, you dickheads. Yeah. They build it up to make it look so bad. And then when it comes out, and it was pretty bad, because, Dan Snyder's just chilling in there watching all his, female employees get their ass grabbed day in and day out, unless they don't want a job. But, he wasn't paying off officials, so it was good. No, fuck him. Fuck the team. Did you see they announced that they have one HR person?
Are you serious?
They
announced. Wow.
They confirmed that, because that
was
a big
announcement.
Well, all right, I shouldn't say they announced it, but it was reported that they have one fucking HR person, which is kind of how everyone's getting sexually assaulted because, who are you going to report it to? The one fucking HR person? And then the team confirmed it. They were like, oh, yeah, that's true. Just one person. No, fuck him, fuck the team, and we're all just going to move on from this now and get excited about the new name and just ignore the fact that this organization is a fucking shithole.
And what's even crazy about it too is the Washington Post put that story behind a paywall. I mean, obviously it found its way out, but I mean, why would the Washington Post? That just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But I mean, obviously
they do that with all their stuff.
But it's like they benefited off the backs of those people that were sexually harassed. It rubs me the wrong way. It kind of irritates.
Well, I mean, the media clearly didn't give a fuck. They hyped it up to make it like I said, they made it look so bad that when it came out, everyone's like, oh.
Oh. But wait, they're getting fined. That's what's happening.
Oh yeah, that's gonna keep
everything else is.
That's gonna keep Dan's hands from reaching up everyone's skirt.
Yeah.
I'm sure that fine's hitting him hard. Fuck him.
I'd be interested in actually seeing the team, the organization as a whole, just be disintegrated. I would be interested to see how that would happen.
Everybody.
As far as players to personnel, to see if
every player goes into free agency. They all get a fresh start. The team is just disbanded.
It's just wild because wasn't Dan Snyder included in this sexual harassment, this whole thing?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean he's the one taking his cheerleaders out to fondle all his rich friends.
And it's I don't get how they a normal person that would be jail at least probably.
Yeah.
Something along the lines of
a person of average wealth.
Exactly. I don't know. It
It's
baffles
all
me.
legality, they consented.
Oh.
Hey, you want to keep your job, you're going to sit on this guy's lap. Well, she said it was fine.
And then the story about Jay Gruden and Capri Bibbs, about how Jay Gruden and Capri Bibbs were both sleeping with the same woman, and Jay Gruden didn't like it, and he found out, and he benched him.
Yeah, and guess what happened?
I can't blame that on
Alex.
I can't. You can't put that on Gruden though. Like
but it's just like it's karma. It's karma.
That other running back
is definitely karma.
I guess, but why did Alex Smith have to pay for it? What the fuck did he do other than have the great misfortune of becoming a Washington Redskin?
This is true. I feel bad for Alex Smith, 100%.
Like life is just kind of shitting on him there.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Like he gets bumped out of his job by Colin Kaepernick, and then he gets traded to like the Titanic. Goes down with it. Before we move off of Jay Gruden, did you see the thing about DJ Swearinger?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Jay Gruden texts him like, "We can meet tonight. We can meet tomorrow." I'd be like, "Bro, you're a head coach." And then the next day he's like, "Oh yeah, okay, that guy was making that up. All right, my bad. We're cool, bro. We're not cool."
It's despicable.
Challenge me to a fight.
Like, you're a professional. I mean, I guess, like...
You're my coach. If my coach challenges me to a fight, like...
Yeah, really.
And what do you do there? I guess you fight him.
You go to the HR department. Oh, wait, there's one person.
You're one guy.
Wow.
One guy.
He's probably got, like, a stack of reports, like, up to the ceiling. Like, sorry, we'll get to this in 3 years.
I don't understand if that happened with one player, like, how
many other guys didn't threaten to fight?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's definitely receipts of a lot of other people. They're just not speaking out about it, which is kind of weird because it's the time to speak out about it. But, I mean, just the whole organization as a whole is just despicable. Jay Gruden should get fired from the Jacksonville Jaguars, I believe. But he won't. And, the whole situation there is just completely nonsense. Nothing happening to any of these people. It just pisses me off.
Like a worse version of the Browns.
Oh, yeah, 10 times worse.
They're like if the Browns on the field, like, personality morphed into the front office.
Exactly. Yeah. Speaking of the Redskins, do you guys want to stay on this Dan Snyder and whole sexual harassment scandal topic, or do you want to move forward with the Redskins with another topic, or with the Washington football team? I apologize.
Fuck him.
All right.
Moving forward.
We're still on the Washington football team. Name to be determined, obviously. Now, Kelvin Harmon. I'm not sure anybody knows the man, but he was a second-string wide receiver. That's what he was classified as, second-string wide receiver on the Washington Redskins football team. Then he tore his ACL 3 weeks ago, and it just came out this past week. Obviously raises a lot of question marks because they had high expectations for the guy. A lot of people did. Yeah. They brought in Antonio Gandy-Golden, who obviously is another larger-bodied wide receiver who could possibly benefit from it. Fantasy-wise, but I think it helps Terry McLaurin a ton in Washington. I mean, obviously he's already a great wide receiver, but you add a ton more targets to him, he's going to get increased volume. I can see him finishing as a top 5 wide receiver in targets this year. Is that a little bold?
It's bold, but I mean, kind of realistic because he's the only guy there.
If you ask me, this Kelvin Harmon thing changed absolutely nothing, so I don't really have much.
It didn't. No. But I mean, 20 targets bumps you up a little bit. 20, 30 targets, it should bump.
I mean, but I don't know if he will get 20, 30 or more targets because, like, he was kind of just Harmon was just kind of a bit player anyway. I mean, like, if they were anticipating he was getting like 90-some targets, then why the hell could they just give those 90-some targets to the next guy? Because he would have had about the same pedigree as Harmon did.
This is true.
What was he, like a 4th-round pick out of NC State or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There was a lot of hype building around him. I expected
I mean, it's the Redskins. We got to hype somebody up.
Yeah, but there's no Terry McLaurin hype, and he was drafted before Kelvin Harmon. Literally none at all. Zilch. Nada.
I think that's just, like, an acceptance that he's already one of their best players. I would.
No, but I'm saying before, like when they were drafted. Kelvin Harmon got more hype than Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, until training camp started, and they were like, oh, shit, this guy can play. The other guy.
Moving forward, I guess what's the next topic then? Oh,
Dak
we can. Let's hold on. Let's stick with the Washington football team. I think they're going to stay. They're going to pick up a wide receiver, and I've been seeing I didn't know this. I connected the dots just based on this post. Somebody said that the wide receivers coach of the Browns, when Josh Gordon was, in his prime, he was top 3 wide receiver in fantasy, is Scott Turner, who is obviously the offensive coordinator for the Washington football team. I did not connect those dots. And thinking about it, it's pretty fascinating to think about because, Josh Gordon's without a team. Obviously, he's not reinstated yet, but say he gets reinstated, it's a pretty obvious location for him to go. Am I wrong?
It makes the most sense.
I don't know why somebody would willingly sign there.
Well, yeah, especially with the current situation. But then again, Josh Gordon's history is pretty tainted. So his history is practically like the Washington Redskins' history. Exactly.
Just without any of the recent success.
Match made in heaven. Yeah, true.
Josh Gordon was good a couple of years ago. The Redskins won a Super Bowl before I was born.
Moving forward from Josh Gordon and the Washington football team, I guess we'll talk about some Dak. Give me all the Dak. Let me hear it, Dak.
I kind of wonder if this just isn't a great thing. Isn't going to be a good thing for them because, what are they really going to win paying him $40 million a year?
You think they're really going to win with Ezekiel Elliott's contract? I'm not dissing Zeke or anything, but financially speaking, just from front office perspective, who do you think benefits, I suppose, from Dak not getting the extension? The Cowboys themselves, because Dak just did come off of a peak year. That was a pretty excellent year he had. So they're going to pay for his performance from that past year. Now, his performance this year, I think it could dwindle a little bit, obviously, with the new offense coordinator. That could save them a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
You don't see it happen?
I think he'd have to play really, really bad for his contract value to plummet. Either that or he'd have to miss the year of a serious injury.
Not plummet or anything, but I'm just talking a couple $1 million, which is not – it's chump change for them practically. But
if he gets paid next offseason, the market's just going to keep going up. If they wanted to keep him at a better price, they missed the fucking boat by far.
Did you guys see that the NFL owners were looking to lower the salary cap? Did you guys see that as well?
Yeah, which isn't a surprise, but we see the contracts given out to quarterbacks now. If he hits free agency next year, somebody's giving money.
Yeah.
But if the salary cap goes down,
I'm not saying that team will be smart.
Yeah, you also have to think about the not saying that there isn't many teams that could use a quarterback because there definitely are, but I don't know. I just see a surplus of. I don't know. I just feel like there's only limited positions for these quarterbacks, and there's just a ton of talented young quarterbacks coming into the league with older quarterbacks still there. I just don't know where Dak would fit in. I guess a team like Chicago, or maybe say Tom Brady retires.
A bunch of places.
Where would you see him going?
Off the top of my head, like you said, Chicago could be an option. The Saints could be an option.
Yeah.
The Colts.
Yeah.
Colts, yeah.
If any young guys flame out, I don't think it's likely, but what if Sam Darnold just regresses or something?
You think they give up on him already?
It is the Jets. Yeah. If he had a bad season, I could see the Jets front office being I might as well just go get a quarterback, and if they could trade him for something. I don't think it's likely. I'm just spitting at options. Maybe Roethlisberger goes down again.
Maybe retires. Yeah.
All you really need is a few teams to give him a stupid amount of money. I just feel had they been able to get his extension done before the Eagles did Wentz's, which is $32 million a year or something like that, I don't see they're getting a price lower than that now. I think that was unless they were just intent on not paying him because they don't want to pay him that much because they don't think they can win if they're paying him that much.
There was definitely a report that came out that listed the amount that they offered him per year. I don't know off the top of my head, but I definitely seen it was in the 30s, the lower 30s, and he didn't want it. Which is obviously, like you said, Wentz was 32 a year. Is that what you said he was?
Yeah, I believe so.
Somewhere around there. So it's I won't say it's reasonable, but it's understandable that he wouldn't want it because
why would you settle for that when you can hit free agency in a year?
Exactly.
And honestly, they could just franchise tag him again after this year, like what happened to Cousins. Get franchise tagged twice and then get an extremely lucrative contract. And think about that. The money he got, a bunch of quarterbacks have already surpassed that. So now if I'm him, I'm waiting.
Sure. Understandable. Nobody's ever going to top Patrick Mahomes, though. Let's be real.
No.
In skill or in contract value?
I mean, contract value, obviously, technically speaking,
A
somebody
few years
eventually
they'll
will.
get him,
Yeah.
But if we're talking skill, I mean, yeah, he's pretty good.
Contract length, too. I don't know if anybody's ever going to sign a 10-year deal like that.
No.
I mean, there might be a few here and there, like maybe 2 players in the next 20 years.
I feel like more teams should sign like star quarterbacks to this sort of extensions.
I agree, because then it becomes like
it'll be a
sort of
bargain
value.
in a few years.
Exactly.
Like by the time he's at the end of that contract, I'm pretty sure he'll still be a very good player, and that contract will probably not be paying him near enough money.
100%. I thought it was funny though, the tweet that Dak's brother had, because for some reason it just reminded me. I'm not sure if it was what Madden it was, but it just reminded me of one of those, like, you would go on the news feed in a Madden franchise and you would see like a fan reacting to a specific event that happens, and it was like, what the hell? Like, this is so corny. Like, I was never a Cowboys fan until they got Dak. I don't know how long I'm gonna be a fan for. Like, okay, good for you. I don't really care.
I don't think really anyone cares. Tad Prescott.
Is that his name, Tad?
That's what it says here. Tad Prescott. Dak and Tad. Tad and Dak. The Prescotts.
The Prescotts. All right. I guess we'll move on from these Prescotts, the Dak and Dad duo.
To an extension that actually happened.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. Derrick Henry. What do you guys think about that? Any fantasy relevant things coming out?
I'd said this when it happened. I don't really think it changes a lot, but like if anything, I feel like it would hurt him a little bit because they're less incentivized to run his ass into the ground like they would be if they were going to let him walk.
This is true.
I don't know.
But then again, I don't think because they gave him an extension, they're just going to be like, all right, well, now you're only on the field 35 times a game.
I think there are just special people out there, and Derrick Henry is one of those people.
Yeah, but nobody beats time.
I think he's beating it.
He's like 26.
He's going to be the new Frank Gore.
Especially given his running style, no, he is not going to beat time. They should be preserving him. He didn't get a lot of carries earlier in the season, so that's helpful. Huh?
When was the last time you really seen a running back built like him?
You've never seen it.
There's a lot of very big, strong running backs. Yeah, I get it that he's a physical specimen, but these guys age, man.
Oh, they definitely age. I agree. But I mean, saying like, as far as the running style, I mean, sure, Frank Gore wasn't one of those grinders. I mean, you could say he was, but that's why he's lasted so long in the league. But I mean, there's outliers here and there. And I think Derrick Henry could be an outlier with his physical size, like just everything about him. He just seems like an outlier to me. I can see him lasting like this contract. Sure, it kind of presents a little, let's kind of like ease him back. Like, let's not ride on his ass so much. Give him like 30 touches a game. Like, that's just astronomical. But I mean, it's still kind of just, I don't know. It shows their commitment to him, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I didn't say he's just going to drop out of the offense.
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like it cements his role moving forward. Obviously. I don't think it's anything of note, really. Just like I don't think touches are going to drop significant to Darrington Evans. I mean, they paid him for a reason, and
I mean his value might go up a little bit in a dynasty.
Exactly.
You don't have the unsurety of like where he's going to be. I don't think he works as well in some offenses, but that offense in Tennessee is tailor-made for him. So
exactly, it's
helpful there. But redraft, whatever.
I don't think it affects.
Yeah, and redraft, no.
I think once it affects him, you'll be able to find it out. Like next year, say like this year, they start actually cutting his carries, and you can see that they're like trying to pull him back a little bit. I think you'll be able to see that before next year. But this year, there's nothing to base off. But dynasty-wise, I'd say his value is a little bit higher, just due to the fact that he's cemented in that offense for 4 years.
Yeah. I mean, it helps that he hasn't like had the most touches to begin his career, so
that too.
That should help his longevity a little bit.
All right. Well, you got any other news, notes, yada, yada, yada?
I do not.
We do have a question, though.
Was that right?
Yeah, Brandon. You got a question?
I declare I certainly do.
The energy on this episode is very off. Let's just say that from the get-go. It's very like blah.
Well, it's news.
Talking about
It is
extensions, who cares?
news. Yeah.
It's news.
But it is question time. So I mean, question
Yeah,
time.
Let's get this question out.
Question time. Let's get it popping.
What do
How
you
we
think?
feeling?
What do you think? What do you think the Washington name is going to be?
The trash cans.
Wow, you're
I
right
seen
to
that
the
come from a mile
insults. Washington, yeah. I
Yeah.
guess it has a ring to it.
Yeah, it does. Believable. You go to the stadium, you're like, oh, okay.
Well,
Speaking of names, I mean, I thought it was funny that that guy in Virginia trademarked all those names, copyrighted all those names.
yeah.
Did you see that, Alex?
Yeah.
Did he do that so the Redskins, so Washington wouldn't take them?
You didn't see the names that were listed?
Yeah, he has like.
Oh, it was hilarious. It was like the Radskins, the Red Hawks. It was a bunch. The Washington Football Warrior Football Club or something like that. I was like, what the hell?
How do you trademark that? How are you like, this is mine? I own
There was
this
like
name.
there was like 20 of them too. Like it wasn't just like a few. There was like actual decent names too.
I don't understand. Who was the guy at the U.S. Pat or at the trademark office that was just like, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes? It's like, Bill, are you reading this?
What? Reading?
Yes.
I thought we just passed him right through.
Read them.
My first day.
Why else would they give me this stamp?
As far as names though, I would probably
Trash
say the Red Wolves. I don't know if you guys have seen that design they have, but there's like a design going around. Obviously, it's just fans and whatnot creating it, but the design of the logo, the design of the colors, are obviously still the same, but the uniforms are just—it's beautiful. I think it would be a beautiful look.
I don't want them to have a beautiful team, though. I want them to be the trash cans.
If they disbanded their, well, if they just got rid of Dan Snyder as the owner and just got a new owner, I don't know, just knew everything, I
Turn
think
a
would
whole
be nice
different
for a
team.
nice little rebrand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still hate them. They're still
Well, yeah,
in my
as far as
division.
divisional, yeah, but
They could still rot.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Washington trash cans. Love to see. What about you, Brandon?
Man, I haven't really put any thought into it.
Trash cans.
That's fair. All right.
I don't really got an answer to that. Just kind of waiting for it to drop and move on.
Probably going to do
Sounds about right.
something with the whole Washington theme with the Capitals and the Washington
Yeah.
Generals, with like the red, white, and blue. I could definitely see that happening. Which I mean, it's whatever. But
That's boring.
Mhm.
yeah, it is boring. But I mean, that is Washington,
Boring, but
America. All right. Well, I guess without further ado, we'll just cut this John out. This is a nice little news episode. Let us know what you guys think the Washington Football Club's name should be down in the comments. And like, comment, subscribe, share. Well, yeah, just do it. Just do it all. Thank you.
do it all.
Washington
Later.
tread marks.
Wow.